Welcome all in another movie. So this time I want to talk about the RC basics, or the basic information for people that are new in this hobby or just buy first car and want to upgrade it. So of course I'm not a professional. I will not. I may have some mistakes when trying to explain something, or I may tell something wrong or something like that. So if you think that I did say something wrong, or you want to say something more to what I did say, you can always put it in in the comments and just share your opinion, share your thoughts, or just correct me. I just want to tell what I know, or just what I think how it's everything work. I may not know everything. I'm of course not able to show everything about the RC, but I will just show all the basics, all the stuff that I have maybe, or just show the most basic information. Of course I will show the most popular, the maybe not cheapest but the most economic parts that you can buy for upgrading. I mostly upgrade cars like WPL, JJRC, so most of the stuff that I have it's for that cars, but I also have some bigger batteries or something like that. Okay, so I think we'll start from the batteries, from the plugs, and I will just move on, and I will show on the one of the best RC radio now how the stuff, how all the steering was, how the modes work, and just show the basic connections so anyone can modify their cars, or just fix or replace any parts. Okay, so first things is the batteries. So I here have some types of batteries. Those are the most popular ones. So how the battery is made? It's made from a battery packs. I don't know if maybe not packs. It's just made from the batteries. This one is the oldest one I have. It survived a short circuit and still works. It's about maybe 5-6 years, so this one is the oldest one. Okay, so here is the not common use, it's mostly in smaller drones. This one is 1S battery. What it means, 1S means it's a one cell battery. So this battery is half voltage, about, if I remember, 4.2 volts max. I don't remember the minimum volts, because if you overcharge it, it will or explode or burn. It depends, and if you discharge it too much, the charger will not detect the battery and it will start to lose voltage, or sorry, the capacity. So always batteries like this need some protection. I think this one may have. I see a circuit inside. I never use this battery. It's I buy it for some project and it's laying in my closet. So this one is 1S. The second battery is 2S. 2S means there are two batteries connected together, and as you can see there is a second cable. This one have only one cable because there is only one battery. Here you have a battery connection, and this is where you connect the car, and this one is so-called balancing port. It's connected like this. It's connected through let's say the positive cable. It's connected between two batteries and to the negative. This allow charger to charge only one cell at a time. if you, let's say, have a batteries, sorry, I did not prepare that one, NiCd battery or NiMH battery, they are made from AA batteries, so there is no balancing plug, so if you charge it, the charger cannot detect how all the batteries are charged. One moment, I will prepare one for the demonstration. Okay, so I have two batteries from my collection from old cars. I think this one is also has a sticker on it. Is a NiCd battery. It's a pack made of, let's see, 2, 4, 6 AA batteries. So NiCd, also same as NiMH batteries, don't like charging when it's not discharged fully. So compared to this one is a LiPo, I will tell about more in a second. So in here, if you connect this to the charger and you start charging, so let's say this battery is discharged and this one still have energy, this one will be overcharged and this battery will start lose capacity. So this batteries needs to be discharged. It's most common for toys because they are cheap. I think it's cheap batteries to make, so the popular battery cars, toys have this when they have rechargeable batteries. So in here you need to discharge it. This one is, sorry, I did not tell, it's a LiPo battery. So when you have a balancing port, the charger can detect the voltage of this battery, and if this one is fully charged, it's only charging this one. That's the main difference between these batteries and these batteries. The second difference is this one have much more power. So if you connect a bigger motor or something like that needs more current to this one, these batteries will not be able to provide so much power, and the motor will let's say the motor will still work but will not work with so much power and so much speed. When the power of the motor power consumption will rise, this battery will just lose the voltage and will not provide so much power. In here there is a C value. Sorry, I don't have too much information about this, but if this value is much higher, then this battery can provide much more current, not losing the voltage in that moment. So like this battery in here have 85C, so this is for my drone, and this one have much more power, and I want to now buy 120C because this one is still losing some voltage on higher current on my drone. So so that's about this. Next one is the 3S battery. It's made from 3 cells, so this one have maximal voltage, if I remember, 8.4, because there are two batteries that are charged maximum to 4.2, so 4.2 plus 4.2, it's 8.4 volts, and here is the same, it's 3 times 4.2. Of course there is another cable, so this one have 3 cables, this one have 4 cables, because it's also another cable between these two batteries. Here is the biggest one, the voltage biggest one. This is the 4S battery, because there are 4 batteries. The cable is much bigger, of course, because the current is much bigger, and there are 4 wires in here. So that's the basics. Some of the cheaper chargers don't use this plug, it's just charging with this one, because they can charge only the batteries, but some of the bigger batteries, some of the bigger chargers and some of the older chargers still use this plug. Of course they use it because they can pass through more current, they charge the full pack, and after one of the cells reach the 4.2 voltage, they just turn off the charging on this port, they just charge it through this port. This is as far as I understand. I may be wrong, but that's, I think, how the batteries work, how the chargers work. Of course, chargers for the LiPo are have processor. They charge the battery, then they stop for a second, check the voltage, and they charge again. It's a cycle, very fast cycles, because they know what the voltage is here. On this batteries, the charger is just measure the whole the voltage of the whole pack, so it's not able to detect any batteries, so they need a discharging for this. The bigger chargers can discharge batteries. If you don't have it, you can always buy a special discharger that put a current on the battery and discharge all of them. These batteries can discharge to the 0 voltage. It's not a big problem. They really like discharging fully. These batteries cannot. If the voltage on one of the batteries will drop, I think below 3.2, if I remember, the battery will start to lose capacity, and the charger may not detect the battery, because if the voltage is too low, the charger will not detect it. Okay, so that's the most about batteries. Now about the plug. As you can see, they have different plugs. Let me show you most common plugs. If I have that's the most, I think, that's on the market. So the most popular in WPL is the JST plug. This one is for the 2S LiPo for these batteries. As you can see, I have one with this plug, and also this one is the most popular for a cheaper regulators, the so-called ESC for the motors. So this is the most popular in the smaller scale. And here is also a 1S so-called, I don't know the name of this one. I have this plugs, but it's dedicated for 1S battery. So I have a connector like this made so I can charge the 1S battery using this connector, because my charger doesn't have all the connections. Yes, as you can see, some batteries have a small connectors. Of course, there are much more connectors like this, but for 2S, this one is most popular, and of course this one. This one is a DIN-T. There are much more types of plugs. I don't have all. I have the most popular. This one is mostly dedicated for 2S batteries. Sometimes also for a 3S batteries, but I mostly use it for 2S. The next one is the XT60. That one, as far as I heard, this one is the older one. This one is the new plug. This one is mostly used for a 3S batteries and some 4S batteries. As you can see, here is something similar. Is a SI60. That's the first time have a battery with this plug. Of course, they fit one to another, so it's not a big problem. Probably some new type of battery, maybe better grip or something like that, but that's something not popular, and those two plugs is the most popular, also with this one in the small scale. This one is popular in the toys. As far as I found on internet, it's a Tamiya plug, I think, because it's most popular in the older Tamiya toys. I may be wrong, because I'm not aware about the American toys, older toys, but this one is most popular in some toys. There are chargers with this plug, of course, and batteries with with a socket. Maybe this one is the plug. No, this one is the plug, so the battery will have a socket. If I remember, socket. No, sorry. So this one is for the this one is from the charger, and battery will have socket. I'm not aware because it's not common use on my cars. Of course, I have a DNT on the other side, same as here, just to be able to connect to the charger and charge it. Of course, you need to know the most important thing. LiPo batteries may be dangerous. You need to be aware about this. If you overcharge battery, if you poke a hole in it, if you cut it, the battery will explode or will catch fire. Of course, if you make also a short circuit, short, just connect these two pins or connected ROM, may also burn. I did make a mistake with this one. I built a drone. I switched it on one ESC, two cables, just connected the positive to the negative and negative to the positive, and this one is have almost explode. Luckily there is a solder that connect these batteries together, and that solder just disconnected. So I have lucky with this one, but let me get it, have a LiPo safe bag. So this is designed to keep the fire, the explosion inside. So if I charge some batteries, let me open it, that I'm not sure they will not explode, I just put it inside, I put the cables out, close it and charge it. If the battery will start to burn, the fire will just burn inside, and I can carry this bag outside, throw it in the sand and try to extinguish the fire. So always, if you have many batteries, get something like this. Of course, for the my drone batteries, I have a bag that I carry all the parts. I also have a bag like similar to this one, a little bigger, just to keep it safe. Okay, I will now reset the camera, just get all the stuff away, and I think we will start to talk with about the motors.